Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's gameplay testing with myself, Daniel.
And me, Chris. And we're gonna take
Today
a
we're
look
going to
at.
be,
Oh, sorry. We're gonna take a look at Ninja Scroller. Carry on.
yeah, well, I was going to say that exact thing. So let's begin. Chris is actually driving today, so let's give it a go. Okay,
Should
I
I
think
just go
novice.
for novice? Yeah, I'm not one of those people that is. Now I do know this button makes you stop, so let's just stop for a sec before I carry on. So up is jump. Huh? It's not doing it.
Why? Why is jump? Well, I'm
Oh,
not asking why. I'm saying
oh.
why up slash
Okay,
y.
okay. Sorry. I just saw up slash Y, but the up is probably referring to the keyboard. Okay.
Cool.
So the controls are working. Okay, we got a sword, we got a roll, we got duck, and we got jump. Okay. Maybe, and
Okay.
apparently,
Cool.
okay,
Oh, you died.
yeah. Apparently, it's not about how many guys you kill. I'm sure you get something in return for killing guys, but you can just avoid them, and that counts
Okay, I see.
as. And apparently, you can dodge. Yeah, you can dodge
Oh
through
wow,
these
well done.
guys. I only saw this very briefly. This is pretty much all I know about the game. I don't even know what these scrolls are for.
Maybe points. Well, let's see. Time, ninja, scroll. Oh, it's a ninja scroller, and you pick up scrolls.
I get it now.
Okay, makes sense. Um,
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
I just first impressions. The art is very nice. I really like it. Um, uh,
Very often when I play pixel art games, I always ask, is there a reason why the game needs to be pixel art? So in the case of certain games such as Falconet, the one we're working on, lost. Let's try again. Um, we are going for a sort of era of aesthetic that we're looking for, and but a lot of pixel art based games. I'm still trying to remember the layout of the buttons because that's okay. So all right, okay. I
you
would
get in
I
your
would
groove.
I would love to switch the controls around. I mean, switch the buttons around, because I play a certain way. Like where they would have the jump. I think it's because I'm using a Logitech controller instead of a Xbox controller. Because Y, which is jump, I would rather it be A or something like that.
Oh, I
because
see.
because
Okay, yeah,
because
yeah.
Super Mario, because decades and decades of using the same button for jumping. This is a
Yeah,
thing
you
that,
just it becomes so ingrained into you. But I'm sure that I mean this game is still alpha version 04 or something.
yeah, they
I'm
might
sure you'll
they
add
might
add
add
those
some
features.
controls and stuff. Okay, so timing is paramount.
So I'm curious. I haven't been able to check. When you die next time, I want to see what the scores and things are.
Yeah.
But overall, how does the game feel?
Well, it's a endless runner, and it feels like an endless runner. Uh, where you, unlike most other endless runners, you can actually stop the running. You can actually pause the running using this duck.
So
So,
well, you could even use that if a guy tries to jump over you. You could.
oof, that was close. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to using Y for the jump button. It's. I'm trying desperately to remind myself not to press A, but to press Y.
So it I don't know if this is part of the design, but it seems quite floaty.
Yes,
The
and
character
this is probably a
floats
good
quite a
thing
lot.
because you have to be so precise, having the game be a little slower is probably a good thing. Now, here's the thing that I was trying to get to about the art style. So, what is the benefit of pixel art outside of making it look like a retro style game? Because a lot of people think that pixel art in and of itself makes it look retro, but that's not true anymore. That used to be true, but it's not true now. Because
It's also like a decision because also it takes time to develop assets. So giving it a retro look can even help with developing your assets. You don't have to spend so much time on it.
Yes.
And you can still have a game.
Yeah, I think that that's true to a certain degree. For me, doing stuff in pixel art is actually more time consuming than just doing a really nice high res image. Because I do everything high res anyways, and then I scale it back down to a low resolution, and then I have to do some pixel cleanup to make it look more defined and easier to figure out the details and stuff. Because
I see. Well, you're a game artist. I'm the programmer, so that's kind of your department.
Yeah,
can't really comment much there, I guess.
And this is just personal experience. Obviously, some people might say, "Oh, pixel art is easier." I don't think it is, because if I were to do a game like this, I would have it be high resolution, but it wouldn't be incredibly detailed. It would have the same amount of detail, the same amount of colors. I did actually use the sword there,
okay,
but I guess you can't do it all the time.
Before you press retry. Okay, so difficulty novice, all right. So scroll collected, 10 out of 100. Oh wow.
Okay, so there actually is a goal here by the looks of it. So
smoke bomb. Use smoke bombs.
Well,
maybe you can pick those up later.
Maybe I picked them up.
Just a few thoughts. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not used to. I haven't played too many endless runners. The first one that comes to mind is like a lot of endless runners these days are on mobiles because it's easier to tap to jump or just to tap, jump or tap to hit. Simple controls. So the first thing that comes to mind is the Rayman. Games that you can play on mobile. Those work quite well as endless runners. Here, I feel like I'm constantly staring at like the bottom left of the screen. I don't know. It almost feels like the character should be a little bit further ahead.
I actually like it like this.
Centered a bit more.
I actually like it like this because, like, if you were to take a fast-paced game like Sonic the Hedgehog. One of the biggest complaints I have with those games is that you're in the center of the screen and you have a lot less. Oh, was that?
Did you use the smoke?
You
died.
I did.
No.
Okay, hold on a sec. Let's try Ninja, because apparently they give you more points or something.
Okay, I'm interested to see what the intensity that it gets like.
Maybe these guys are just more. Yeah, these guys are probably just a little harder.
More aggressive.
I'm constantly fighting against my muscle memory with the jump. I'm always wanting to press A, and yeah, I don't know.
Wait. I saw there was an options.
Yeah, I went into the options.
Is there no way to change the controller?
It's literally just volume, I think.
Okay.
I could probably check again just in case I missed something, but.
Or you could use your Joy-to-Key to hack it.
Well, actually, no, I can't, because you can't disable the joystick, from what I can tell. You need the game to be able to disable joystick before you can apply Joy-to-Key. But yeah.
So you were saying about Sonic, you prefer it not being in the middle of the screen.
Yes, because you go so fast in that game that there are there are countless times that I died because I just didn't have time to react to an oncoming hazard.
Yeah. I see.
Now this isn't nearly as fast as Sonic the Hedgehog, but I still think that having the character on the left of the screen makes more sense, because once these ninjas are past you, then they don't matter at all. So you don't need to see behind you. Now,
I
you
think
might
of it
say
more
that maybe he's a little too low on the screen, but then again, maybe the platform's gonna become like, maybe the structures will be higher, because I haven't gotten very far. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think if it was just a little bit further, because I feel I keep looking, kind of missing some of the immersion a bit.
Okay, I see what you mean.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not seeing more of this. My personal feeling is that I'd like to see more of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I suppose more of the gameplay, and not so much of the, because half of the screen is just background. The bottom
so
half is gameplay.
Yes, the bottom half is gameplay, but I feel like it's the bottom left corner. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's just a personal thing. But I'm curious. Let's try and make this on the hardest difficulty to see what it's like.
Oh. I'm just trying to discover some moves here, because apparently you can adjust your jump. You see how I fall down quicker by pressing roll. Now duck, what does duck do? Duck does nothing. Okay.
That looks like you floated further.
No, it felt the same to me. Ooh. You see, when you
That's
get
a tricky
those
one.
double enemies, and there is a cooldown, like you can't spam, this is as fast as I can do the sword. And there doesn't seem to be a sort of overlap between roll and sword. I think it's
So there's a yeah.
as far as
I
I'm
see.
concerned, there is no difference between the sword and the roll.
So it's the same kind of cooldown between moves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So when you get a situation like that, it's difficult.
yeah,
it's
they're now
yeah.
throwing these double ninjas at me. So I guess I just have to jump over them. It does require an enormous amount of concentration, because you have to calculate trajectory of the enemies, and when the enemies start running, then you have to think about, is this enemy going to overlap with another enemy? Should I jump over them, or attack them, or roll? Yeah, oof, yeah.
Wow. Well done.
Okay, all right. One
there's a
thing
lot
I
of-
noticed is that sometimes like, he only does his sword when he's not rolling in the air. So at peak height, that's when he uses his sword. So that's another thing you have to take into consideration. Yeah.
Okay, so all these are little gameplay mechanics once you play it,
Yeah,
and
that was totally my
I guess
fault.
typical of these scoring type of games, you learn what works, you learn what doesn't work, and then
Yeah.
you kind of perfect that.
Now, admittedly, I'm not that into Endless Runners, but as far as Endless Runners goes, this is actually really good. It's kind of like, real-time strategy, which is a genre that I'm not really into, but I know a good real-time strategy when I see one, and it's the same with Endless Runners, where there's a lot of potential here. You can tell
I think
that he
the
used a
basic
lot
concept.
like you can tell that basically this seems to be all of the assets of the game. So maybe in later builds he's going to add more structures and more interesting scenarios.
Yeah, it's enough to get the basic core mechanics, I feel, and to actually try them out. So I think based on what I'm seeing, there is definitely potential, but it seems fairly well balanced, at least from what I can see, just as it is now.
Yeah, it is. I haven't found anything that annoys me. I realize here that it's actually safer to not jump into those ninjas on top of the walls, but I still die because it's one of these types of these games. They thrive on difficulty as opposed to other genres.
Exactly.
Because if this game's too easy, then it just becomes boring, because there really isn't that much to these games. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, it's kind of like Flappy Bird, where you just want to keep playing because you beat your score and you just want to keep beating it and you want to keep beating it, and then you just keep trying because you're okay, just one more try. I'm sure I'll get my high score this time.
You know, I probably should use the duck more often to plan my attacks or jumps and stuff. Ooh, see, I didn't expect him to jump, so
Yeah, that's a sneaky one.
okay.
Oh, well, I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe and check out our channel. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, all right, take care. Till next time.